New episode of Boruto's out. But we don't have to worry about that, do we?
You and your anime.
You got something to say?
I mean, I used to watch Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
That's counted as anime.
It is, you child. What can I say? I have a high taste for my Japanese cartoons. Okay.
Welcome back to the podcast, Friendly Disagreements, where we say whatever we want besides what gets us in trouble with our mom.
All right.
Let's talk about the obvious first. Everything's changed, and we're missing a person. Well, Ariana is in South Dakota. She has stuff to do, and so she's out of town, so we can't use her house, her basement, which is where our setup is. So we're in my house.
Don't let them know the headquarters. Keep
And
that
then
on the down low.
undisclosed location. So now we're in this other location. Yeah. But we got better lights. Eventually these lights are going to be put in our actual setup. So this video probably has the best lighting so far. We got some, how we looking? Ooh. Fire. We looking fire.
Wow. I was gonna fit my hat real quick and my glasses, but wow. Okay.
But yeah, we're gonna move these to our main setup, and then we're all gonna be looking fire down there. So yeah, that's the obvious. So for this episode, it's just gonna be me and Angel, and when it's still lit. It's still the same old friendly disagreements.
Very lit.
Every day we lit.
I wish we had that song going on right now. Like a radio show, you know? You know they do that stuff?
What?
Like radio shows, they talk about a song and they just play it like off like a press of a button.
I think I know what you mean.
Yeah.
We need like a sound effects panel.
I think so, yeah.
Like Just Two Boys.
Yes. Oh my god, it would be oh my god.
With the air horn.
That's the next thing we're gonna have.
So yeah, I told you, going up from here. Started from the very, 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 very bottom. Now we're here. Perfect segue into Drake.
Oh my gosh, this guy. What can I say about Drake, man? That hasn't been said already by literally everyone in the world. Except his haters. His haters listen to his music too, I bet.
Yeah. I mean, his haters gotta listen to his music so they know what to hate on.
Yeah.
Because there's people who don't like Scorpion. Keep wanting to say Scorpio. Scorpion. My sister's husband, actually, I was talking to him yesterday. Yesterday was 4th of July, by the way. Hopefully everyone had a fun 4th of July. But I was talking to him and he doesn't like the album.
What?
Yeah. He said maybe he likes 4 songs out of the 25, out of both sides, only 4. I was like, really?
I mean, I don't like all 25.
Yeah. Most people won't, but
only 4 though?
Only
wow.
4.
Interesting.
Yep. He said that especially side B, the more R&B side, he said that a lot of it sounded the same. So he was like doing his initial playthrough and he's like, when is the song gonna end? Even though it was already a different song.
No, I can disagree with that completely. Not all of B side is the same.
Definitely not.
We got
like
okay, the 2 songs that I think are pretty close to each other is Peak and Jaded.
Yeah. But those aren't even next. It's Peak and then Summer Games and then Jaded. Wow, I already have the...
It's not like we memorized the track list or something by order, but you know.
I mean, it's only been out a week.
Album. But yeah.
So, I mean... Yeah, it doesn't really sound the same, I would say. But I think the whole album is just fire. Like, obviously there's some songs where I could live without. Survival. Ratchet Happy Birthday.
I disagree, but okay.
And maybe like Emotionless. Maybe March 14th, but March 14th is more like there's a bigger story to that. Like, he's basically talking about his son in the whole song. I'm wondering if March 14th is like when...
His birthday or something?
Yeah, when he was born. So that would make him... what month are we in? July. April, May, June, July. He's going to turn 4 months, depending on when his birthday, his actual day is.
I want to say March 14th doesn't have to do with the kid, but like more about Kanye or something. I think I read in some type of like Instagram post, like March 14th has to do with, I think, like the day before the Wisconsin release party for EA.
The Wyoming release party?
Oh, Wyoming, yeah, oops.
But that was in June, like 3 weeks ago.
Sure. I feel like it has to do with like...
I don't think Drake mentions anything about...
When did Pusha drop his diss?
Right before the same week as Kanye release party, or the week before Kanye release party, I think. So it's...
But definitely not.
Definitely not in March. It's been a minute since March.
Interesting.
I don't know what's happening in March, but I mean the whole song, he's basically, the whole song is about his son, and like that's where all these memes are coming from, because he says, "I didn't hide the world from my kid. I hid my kid from the world."
That's the best excuse for hiding your child.
I mean, and most people are going to be like, wow, like, that's such a cop-out. But then I think the line after that, or 2 lines after that, he's like, you can't relate unless you're looking at your actual seed. So I mean, I don't have a son. I don't have any kids. So I don't know. I can't relate. But, I mean, that's how the haters see it. They like, wow, what a cop-out.
I think that's a poor excuse for Drake. I feel like that's the best excuse he can make up. But since there's a lot of devout Drake fans out there, they'd eat that up.
Yeah, I can see where he's coming from though. Like Drake, like everyone knows Drake. He's an A-list celebrity, and then all of a sudden he has a kid. So now all that spotlight is on his kid. Like, when Jay-Z and Beyonce had their kid, like, they kind of hid their kid too. All celebrities kind of hide their kid. They kind of want to hide the kid from the spotlight.
Until they're like a little more grown.
Yeah. So I can see where Drake is kind of coming from, because most celebrities hide their kid, even though none of them really get like that much backlash from it. The only reason Drake got backlash from it is because of Pusha T's diss track.
But they announced their kids somehow. Jay-Z and Beyonce, they didn't,
I remember they announced their twins.
Publicly show the kid, but they made an announcement or something,
Yeah.
Just knowing, you were having a child coming soon. But Drake was just, we had to find out from Pusha T.
Yeah. And the story behind that is like, Kanye was the one who told Pusha T about Drake's kid.
I think that's a rumor. I think that's a rumor.
Who else would Drake have told though? I feel like Drake might have told Kanye.
Besides Drake's, I don't know, closest like family members or friends?
Yeah. I feel like I feel like he would have told Kanye. Out of most of the other artists, I feel like he would have told Kanye.
I wonder how he would introduce that. Oh, yeah. I got a kid, man. No, but honestly, no, I can't see where he's coming from with that. And Kanye, I don't think he's the culprit for like, the leak. But whoever, is, to blame with, Drake has to deal with that person, whoever they may be.
Yeah. Come to find out, it's like, plot twist, it's Jay Prince, Drake's mentor.
Oh shit.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah. Or it's all what do you call it? Publicity stunt. I was gonna say publicity, but yeah, stop myself. I can see that though.
Yeah.
All just for a stunt.
Yeah.
Because Drake broke the streaming record for all media platforms. So I think that would be a great thing. Yeah, and here's the thing. They could have made an agreement together, like him and Pusha. So Pusha could have more limelight on his album, and at the same time, Drake could benefit from that too.
Dang. That's going deep into conspiracies.
Honestly, it sounds like a good and profitable deal there. Especially,
I don't know. I feel because of how hard Pusha T's diss track went.
No.
I feel like even if they would have made a deal, I feel like that went a little too far. Like if they would have made a deal, like honestly, it would have been something basic.
Yeah.
Not like going hardcore like that at Drake.
That's true. I don't know.
Because apparently Drake had a diss track ready after Pusha T, and it was like super like it's beyond rap, like going at your personal life and family type of thing. This is coming from Jay Prince though.
Yeah.
And then Jay Prince was like, I think that's his name. I keep saying that, but I'm pretty sure that's his name.
I haven't heard much about Jay Prince. I don't know who that guy is. Somehow having to do with Tupac. I don't know.
But he was on one of those morning shows, radio morning shows, and he was telling them that Drake called him and was like, "Should I release this?" And he was like,
okay,
that
now
guy.
I know. Okay, gotcha.
And he was like, "No, don't do it." Like he heard the song, and it was like it got like way too personal, like past rap type of stuff.
Yeah.
So Jay Prince was the one who told him not to release the diss track. That's another thing my sister's husband said. He said he thought that a lot of the songs were almost going toward had subliminals towards Pusha T. But to be honest, I don't really think, maybe he had like one. Yeah. I think it was on March 14th too, or one of them, I don't know. Emotionless maybe. He says, "I'm not a deadbeat dad." Or no, the only thing that's deadbeat are my beats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing that's dead are or something.
Yeah. The only something like that. Something like with dead and beats. Because Pusha T called him a deadbeat dad or something like those lines. So I mean, yeah, there's like maybe one or two, but I wouldn't say the whole album has like sprinkles of Pusha T disses.
Yeah. Honestly, I just enjoyed the album for what it was. I kind of just ignored the Pusha T situation and just said, I'm just going to listen to this album, enjoy, the beats, all the lyricism and whatnot. Which is pretty good. I was not disappointed by the album. Although I had a bit of a scare because the first two songs was Nonstop and Survival. And I didn't hear anything else. And I was like, oh, I'm a bit scared right now, Drake. Don't make this a flop. But he ended up proving himself.
Yeah, I heard Survival. I was like, interesting.
Could live without it.
Yeah. Definitely could live without Survival.
No.
Nonstop, though, I feel like that's kind of lit.
It's okay.
He does almost have the same flow as he does in with Block Boy.
Look Alive?
Look Alive.
Yeah.
He almost has the same flow as that. I even think he said something like, this is the same beat that made the block hot, which I think he meant, he was talking about Block Boy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I can genius lyrics, look it up.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll have something on the side. It's like, oh, he was talking about Block Boy right here. But I don't know. I feel like it's kind of lit.
I wish Drake could make a feature appearance on Genius. Like explaining lyrics. I think we just need a lot of explaining from a couple of the songs.
Like, who's Kiki?
Kiki, yeah. Why is he asking her if she loves him?
Yeah.
He actually dropped a couple names. I don't know if those are his sides or something.
Like, just in that song, it was like, I mean, the only one anyone remembers is Kiki. But he says, like, at least two other names in there.
Yeah, I don't know who they are.
Maybe they're I don't know.
Yeah.
But he name dropped a couple people. But I bet even Genius doesn't know
Probably.
who they are.
Yeah. They're like, we don't know about this one. Just continue listening. But yeah, I think he had a pretty diverse playlist. Like besides side A and side B with, all his lit stuff, and then side B.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, side B was kind of lit too.
Yeah.
But like there was more R&B with side B.
Yeah, at first I was like, it was kind of hard to differentiate
Yeah.
side A from side B, but then I heard it again. I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Like there's more rappy, or
side A is more rappy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Side B is more R&B-y, R&B-ish. You gotta have to listen to it a little bit to actually see the difference. But yeah, there's a difference. I mean, the first song on side B is Peak, and like right away that song is like completely different from side A.
No.
The only thing I have to say about the album, the only disappointing thing,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
is that Pistols was not on the album. Now, if you don't know what Pistols is, it was a leaked song a couple months ago now. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
And it was lit. I don't know if I can play it right now, or I would, but I bet our video will get like blocked or something, because it's so hard to find now. But it was lit. If you can go find it, go. I'm not condoning any illegal stuff. Just go listen to it.
It's like a single by Drake, came out a couple months ago. And it has kind of a Spanishy vibe to it, And one of the more anticipated songs from us to see. But fortunately that didn't come out. That's okay though.
I'm hopeful that one day it will officially come out.
Yeah.
Because it was lit.
As a single, I can't wait for another album for that to drop. It's gonna take a while.
Oh yeah.
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 But we'll see how that goes.
He just made 25 songs.
I know. Low-key, when I saw the 25 song list, I thought the first thing that came to mind for me was that I think it's more than the trilogy with The Weeknd.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think so. I think The Weeknd had I want to say 23, 24 songs. But yeah, Drake had way more. He had,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think The Weeknd had more minutes though.
I
think I want to say it's 2 hours or something.
That makes sense, because The Weeknd song kind of draw out. But
especially the last 2 minutes of a Weeknd song in the trilogy. It's just it's just vibey. I love it. Trilogies, I'm gonna say this now, Trilogy is a top 5 album for me. Top 5 I've ever heard. Motivated a lot of artists, Motivated Tentacion. Probably many, many, many other people, but yeah.
And it's funny that most people don't even talk about the trilogy like that.
It's like Take Care.
Yeah.
I think they're kind of on the same level. People don't talk about Take Care too much.
I feel like...
But they do talk about it more than Trilogy because it's Drake. Drake's more relevant in the news. Drake's more relevant in music because he's very active. Weeknd, this guy dropped... I'm mad. Okay, hold on. This is my platform now. This guy, I will testify, dropped a 6-song album, whatever you want to call it, EP. 6 songs. He probably made millions off it. I wish I could be... I think that's lazy for me. That's a little too lazy. I love what he made, but I was just a little mad. This guy's not trying or something. I was waiting for another, Starboy type of thing. How much does Starboy have? Close to 20, right? What was it?
Maybe 15, yeah. 15,
20? Around that, but yeah.
I mean, he could have said the same excuse. I think Pusha T said with 7 songs. I think Pusha T said like, we only have 7 songs because we don't want to give you more than you need. I'm making that up. I don't know. I don't remember what he said, but he had some excuse where like 7 songs is all you need, type of thing.
Honestly, that sounds like a good excuse for not giving more out. Because here's the thing, right? When you said that, I thought about like, you know, like when you try to like, you know, get the requirement for an essay, you're like, the minimum requirement is 6 pages, but I gave you 4 because that's all you need. That's all you need, professor. Okay? How dare he say that? That's all you need? You better give us all you got. That's why Daytona's not memorable. It's not going to be memorable because no one cares about Pusha T like that.
Exactly.
Besides, you know, the diss track. I admit he's very underrated, but he's going to stay underrated.
Yeah.
Okay? The best, he had a huge blow against Drake, and that gave him a little bit of a push in his career.
Oh, yeah. Like
Pusha T. Yeah. You see what I did there? You know, I'm not a lyricist, but I should be.
Wow.
You know how I do.
Catch him making beats?
No, not at all. Not at all.
But yeah, The Weeknd. Speaking of the Weeknd, they were saying how apparently Drake had a little thing with Bella Hadid, and he says something in his album. I don't remember the song, but he said, "I got with her when you left her lonely." And they are speculating.
Hey, you got it.
Speculating that they were talking about Bella Hadid. So apparently, Drake and Bella Hadid hooked up, even though Drake and The Weeknd are friends. I would say pretty good friends.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah. So I don't know the accuracy of that claim.
Honestly, I don't think that happened.
Yeah. Drake's the type of guy, like, if you're good friends with him, he wouldn't do that to you.
Yeah.
I know this because Drake is also a Scorpio. I am a Scorpio.
I don't know.
And me and Drake, all you need to know is me and Drake are basically the same person. That's all you need to know.
You know, tell them the characteristics. Okay? Let the world know why. Okay.
You can look it up on your own. I mean, I remember.
No. We got time.
It's on Genius. Go look at Genius. They gave like the top 5 characteristics of a Scorpio. One of them was like passionate. Mm-hmm. The other one was like, I don't remember. I don't remember.
Hugo.
Just go look it up. Top 5 characteristics of a Scorpio.
We'll see what's up.
So all I gotta say is, if I ever meet Drake in person, we're gonna click. Just like, I don't know, just like we're gonna click right away.
Okay.
Because we're the same person. Actually, now that I think about it, like, would you be good friends with yourself?
Yeah. No. Yeah. I gotta think about this. Ooh, would I be a good... No. Would I like myself? Would I be friends with myself? I want to say no. I'm gonna say this now. No. I don't think I would be friends with myself. No.
Interesting. I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would or would.
I'm not gonna say why. I'm gonna keep that to myself because I know what I know what I do. Piss people off. So, but yeah, I don't think I would.
Yeah, I don't know if I would. I don't know. Maybe. I've never met another me.
Yeah. Honestly, if we have the same humor, I click with that person instantly. So if I have the same humor as myself, which makes sense. Okay, literally. Okay, off basic logic.
Yeah.
I would have the same humor as myself. I think it would be cool, but it would be to the point where, like, I know exactly what you're gonna say. I know exactly what you're gonna say. I've heard of like that joke so many times. Shut up.
I know exactly what your comeback is gonna be. It's gonna be nothing.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
It's gonna be nothing, and you're just gonna mock.
What?
Mock the other person that's dissing you.
What? You talking about me right now?
I'm talking about if you were friends with yourself.
Huh?
So
Okay.
I do remember that line.
Oh, I'm assuming he called the record March 14 because that's when he did the record. Never even heard the content of the song until the album dropped. It was something private. It was supposed to be kept secure. Information got out, and I'm assuming that's how Push knew about the child. Oh, wow. This is from a Good Music guy. So Kanye is and Push's people. March 14th is the day Drake played Fortnite. And he's like,
oh, yeah.
I gotta go on a plane to Wyoming in a few. And that's also the day he went to Wyoming to see them. Kanye and his team. I wonder if they heard it then. So he went to Wyoming.
To play Kanye,
about Kanye. I didn't know the whole situation. I was like, something about Wyoming and Kanye. I didn't. So
he played.
I remember Drake helped produce one of Kanye's songs.
Yeah, yikes.
Yikes. So yeah.
That's why he called him March 14th. To like be like.
Probably when they were good.
Yeah, like, this is our last day. We were good until you told people my secrets. It must have been Kanye then. It must have been Kanye.
And then Drake's made it March 14th to let Kanye know, like, I know, nigga. I know you told him. Nah. Looking way into it.
Because
I'm kidding.
I do remember him playing Fortnite. I was watching that. He was playing with Ninja. No. But he was taking it. That's crazy. I'm assuming he must have played the song for him then.
He must have, man. We'll see.
Or wait, maybe not played the song, but told him. Told him he had a son.
Probably.
Crazy.
I need to drop this. I need to hear Beast Mode 2. Let's hear Beast Mode 2.
Beast Mode 2 after this. Yeah. Everyone's dropping music right now, and here we are recording this podcast.
I need to listen. We should have listened to the music first and then did the podcast. But the music dropped at 10 p.m. and it's currently 10:55. So we would have been here till probably 11:30, 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
And we both have work in the a.m.
Yep.
So
we'll talk about it in the next podcast. Maybe. Who knows?
If it's still relevant. If the album is good.
Yeah. Yeah. But before we get ahead of ourselves, we touched a little, well, actually we didn't touch at all. We just talked about how XXX passed away in last episode. And then here we are 2 weeks later. And a whole bunch of stuff has happened. Like, people have been talking about it for a while now. I was even going to drop a dance video to one of his songs, but then YouTube blocked it. Besides that. So one of the things I saw with XXX is that some people were saying that he is a overall better artist than Tupac.
Well, he actually claimed it himself.
He said it himself?
He said, I'm better than Tupac. I'm better than Pac. And the world went into a frenzy. Supporting him or,
Yeah, because there's strong arguments for both sides, I would say.
Yeah.
I would consider him the Tupac of our generation, of our music generation. Because no other like big artist has unfortunately like passed away in that unfortunate circumstance. So like in that regard, he is kind of the Tupac of our generation, but is he better than Tupac was? I don't know. like, because XXX could rap, he could sing, and he could make like these outrageous rock beats, which were lit. And Tupac, he could rap. But Tupac also, he kind of like opened the door for other rappers, some would say. But in a way, X kind of did the same thing with this like crazy music. Because now we have like Ski Mask, I guess even Ugly God. Ugly God's my guy. So I don't know. Maybe he's more versatile, but is being more versatile as an artist make you a better artist?
I mean, of course, it kind of shows how successful you are as an artist.
But
at the same time, with this whole situation, I think between X and Tupac, you can't really compare the two.
It's kind of hard to compare the two.
It's very difficult to compare to the two because
times were different.
It's like comparing people, like great players of the new like basketball age to old.
So like
comparing
LeBron
Kareem to LeBron. It's very difficult to compare those guys based on the circumstances they were in at the time of the league.
Yeah, but especially in basketball, because basketball is way different now. And I guess in rap too, like rap's way different now.
Like back in the day, people would have said Tupac's better.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people, surprisingly, would have said X is better.
Yeah.
And, you know, Tupac is one of those rappers that you can't really, like, you know, disrespect.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely one of the greats. But so is X.
And in our time, I think, well, not, okay, so just overall, I think X is more relatable than Tupac. And that's why people love X more, because he talks about, you know, depression, anxiety, suicide, while Tupac kind of just embodied what it was to be, you know, a gangster. He wasn't even much of a gangster, but he talked a lot about, you know, police brutality, racism, just about real things.
Yeah. I feel like back in the day, that would have been relatable to them.
Very. The most relatable, to be honest.
Yeah. So in their own eras, they're one of the most relatable artists, which makes them the greatest of their era. So
one of the greatest.
Yeah, yeah. One of the greatest in their era. Yeah.
Shout out Biggie. But yeah.
Yeah. So it is kind of hard to compare them, but of course we have these people who are diehard like X fans who are like, oh, he was way better than Tupac. I feel like if X would have been able to like grow more into the rap game, I guess, maybe then we can somewhat compare them, but still different times and different kinds of rap. It still would have been hard to compare.
And everyone has different, you know, they have definitely like great points. I think, as you said earlier, the biggest point for defending X is that
he's like,
he has more to offer.
He has more tools in the toolbox.
That makes sense. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, more tools in the toolbox.
Yeah,
more artillery he could use.
Yeah,
with his, I don't even know what to call it, like infusion of like rock and rap.
Yeah,
and his just screaming with like to make something like amazing, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, it's honestly amazing what he does. Like a lot of people can vibe to it. They love it. And he reaches a bigger audience with it too. Because everyone, almost not, I want to say everyone, but like majority of people deal with a lot of things X is talking about. Yeah. With Tupac, you know, being, you know, hood, you know, racism and a lot of that, you know, a lot of those important topics, not as many people can relate. Yeah, you know,
I feel like they're both pioneers in their own way. Like X made this whole new sound, and then Tupac started talking about, like, not a lot of people back in the day, like, okay, not a lot of white people like Tupac. He was obviously more like a lot more like not targeted, but a lot of colored people listen to him more than white people, which is still the case, like, with X. If I guarantee you, if you were to play that for in a white neighborhood, I feel like this is getting no offense. Racist. No offense, but like, they just wouldn't like it.
That's true.
Because it's so different. Like, they hadn't heard him before. Same with Tupac. They hadn't heard it before. Like, back in the 90s, they had 80s sort of, like, rap was beginning to be this own little thing aside from hip hop. So now Tupac comes along and it's something different. And most of the time when something different comes along, people don't like it at first. People have to get used to it. With any change that comes along, people at first are like, no, we don't like that. Go back to the way things were. Go back to the way things sounded. But then eventually they get used to it and they like it more. Now Tupac's one of the greatest.
Especially after their deaths. That's a big thing for both X and Tupac.
Yeah.
People really, really appreciated their music way more after they passed away.
Yeah. Like, I think X's sales almost tripled, I want to say.
I want to say more than that.
I think I saw somewhere quadrupled.
Yeah.
But they skyrocketed after he died. Yeah. Streaming numbers went up. Everything went up after he died. Yeah. Which that kind of goes, like, why weren't these people listening to him, like, when he was around? Like, that's kind of
all the what ifs. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, oh, those people are kind of, like, fake. They only listen to him when he after he's died. They didn't respect him when he was dead. But when I think about it, I feel like you're almost respecting him just as much, if not more, when you listen to his music after he died. Like, you're remembering him. You're remembering his legacy. Like, it's not like, I mean, obviously for some people, they didn't listen to him before, but then after he died, like, oh yeah, he's lit. Those are the, like, fake fans. But for the real fans who listened to him before and then listened to him a lot more after he died, I feel like that's okay for the real fans. But for the fake fans who only heard, like, one song before he died and then all of a sudden after he died, they're, like, the biggest X fan. I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, wait, maybe those... I don't know.
No, I don't like those people. But hey...
Bandwagoners. I think that's what I mean. Bandwagoners. Not necessarily fake fans. Like, bandwagoners, fake fans, I don't know. I would say the bandwagoners. Those are kind of like the people who are like, we don't need you.
But in some of the bandwagoners' defense, I think X's death kind of introduced his music.
Yeah,
to them.
that's what my
like,
as I was saying that, I thought about that, and I was like, wait, maybe they did actually relate to him all of a sudden after he died because they just listened to his song.
Because honestly, that's what happened to me with Little Peep.
Oh.
I did not listen to the one Little Peep song. And then when he died, I was like, who is this guy? Everyone's talking about him. I listened to it. I was like, oh, wow, this is pretty good. I'm a fan. I don't really dabble too much in that, I guess, genre of music. But I was a fan.
Yeah.
After his death. And I think with these rappers like, Tupac, X, Biggie, like, all of these guys were definitely pioneers. And that's why this type of conversation is even relevant. If it was Tupac versus, I don't know, maybe Ugly God or Lil Pump, get out of my face completely. Don't talk to me again. Delete my number. Okay? But I think this is one of those valid discussions people should have.
Yeah.
Because I think both sides are right. I think Tupac is important, X is important, but in a matter of who's better, I'm not gonna say my answer. They're both great though.
Yeah.
Great artists.
Yeah, we're all gonna have our different opinions as to who we think is greater. Because whichever one we find more relatable, we're gonna think they're better. Because going back to, I think we said this in episode 1. If you're relatable, then people are gonna like you more. If you open up more, and when you open up more, you're gonna be relatable to more people. A lot more people are gonna like you. So if you're more relatable to an artist, then you're gonna like them more. So it all comes down to that. I mean, going into like a history book, you can't compare them. But your own personal, like what you listen to or whatever, yeah, you can say you like this guy better than that guy. Other than that, there's no really real way to compare them.
Just based on influence, I guess. I want to say Tupac has more of influence since he's been gone for a while and he's like touched, a lot of people. But X, based on like the amount of years he's like, been popping and the influence he's had
It's
on
like
the public.
Yeah, it's so much shorter.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. He's definitely had a faster influence than Tupac.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Definitely has had a faster influence than Tupac, but can you really consider him better than him because of that? I'll let you guys decide, but yeah.
I mean, I grew up listening to Tupac. Like, I would consider myself a 90s kid. Just because, I mean, I was born in the 90s, but 97, some people want to say you're a 90s kid because you didn't grow up there. But I grew up with a 90s kid, older sibling, my older sister, and I would be around her when she's listening to her 90s music, and all her 90s culture. So I consider myself a 90s kid. But so that means I grew up listening to Tupac. So he influenced me at a young age, way before X did. But here we are now. And even with that, I don't know if Tupac had a greater influence on me than X did. And then again, X has only been popping for like maybe 2 years. But on the other hand, I've been listening to Tupac since I was a little kid. But at the end of the day,
we're
X
part of the
might
new
still
generation too, so we're more inclined to like X more.
True.
In terms of majority, not everyone, but yeah.
But I feel like since I grew up listening to Tupac, you would think like I'd be more influenced and I like more Tupac more. I don't know. I like them both.
I think if people grew up like during the late 80s, early 90s, I think they would like Tupac more, but
yeah. Like if I bet if I asked my sister if she likes Tupac or X more, she'd probably say Tupac.
Does she listen to X?
That's the thing. I don't know if she does. She probably doesn't.
Probably his biggest song, but
yeah. She's probably heard of him, but that's it. She's not like a big fan or anything.
No. Yeah. Amazing artists though.
Yeah, both of them.
I'm not gonna say who's better, but yeah.
I think from our discussion, you can guess who he likes more.
I'll let you guys decide.
Down in the comments section below. Back to what we were talking about earlier briefly. If you would be friends with yourself, if you'd be friends with yourself, I started thinking, I was like, would you date yourself?
Hold up now. What?
Like,
wait, what?
Like if you met someone in girl form who's like exactly like you, has your same humor, has your same music taste, has your same everything, like they're you in girl form, would you date them?
No. Because for a relationship, I'm a guy that loves to learn more about other people and different perspectives. If I have the same perspective and the same interests as the other person, I'm not going to grow. You know, and I want to grow with that person. You know? I mean, we could grow in other ways, obviously, but to start off with, have a good foundation. I think we should have similar interests, of course, but not too similar to the point where it's like, what's new, you know? Like nothing. So honestly, I just need a girl that's a little more different than me. Something, just a big thing that's different. That I guess I could continue on and like learn more about. But no, not the female version of me.
I feel like in my situation, so my person would be what I'm assuming would also be if they're exactly me in girl form, they'd also be a Scorpio. And I bring this up because
they'd be a Scorpio, so they have to have the same birthday then?
Same like time frame. It's like from October 24th to November, I don't know, 20th.
Okay, so they have to be born in that specific time.
Well,
too.
because I bring up
female version.
I bring up star signs because I feel like whether you believe in them or not, sometimes they're kind of like interestingly true.
Okay, you're talking to a guy that like doesn't believe in that stuff, so. But they're interesting.
They're interestingly like true sometimes.
Yeah.
I just got into them not into them, but I just read a couple of days ago just because I found out Drake's the same person as me. But so I'm assuming like if you met another person like that is almost exactly like you just in girl form, they would be the same star sign. So you're a whatever's after me, Sagittarius.
I'm a Sagittarius.
Wow, I got that right.
Wow.
Wow. So it'd be another Sagittarius. So I feel like in this debate, it'd come down to the star sign because if you believe in it, I don't know if I do, but each star sign is obviously, they have their own likes and dislikes. So for me, for being a Scorpio, I feel like dating another Scorpio or another me in girl form, it'd be interesting.
How so?
Because I don't know if Scorpios, if I'm like a perfect example of a Scorpio, but for me personally, I like to go out and try new things. So if I'm with someone who also likes to go out and try new things, then we would always be going out and trying new things. So instead of in your case, there'd be nothing new. In my case, if we're both the same person, same star sign, then we'd always be out doing new things.
Okay.
If you feel me.
I mean, I don't know like a lot about, what do you call it? Somethingology? Cosmology?
What?
I don't know. It's not cosmetology. That's not cosmetology. Cosmos, study of the cosmos.
No, isn't it astrology?
Astrology, yeah, you're right.
Study of the stars?
I don't know, yeah. Okay, astrology, yeah. So you're thinking of growth in the sense of you guys have like the same characteristics, so there's always new stuff to do around those characteristics?
No, like...
What do you mean?
I think somewhere it was described as novelties or a seeker of novelty, something like that. But like going out and experiencing new things, not like new...
Oh, okay.
Not like new
gotcha.
Attributes or whatever, but going out and like experiencing new things in the world. Experiencing the world.
Okay. I see you. Okay, I can see that, yeah.
So, I don't know, for me, I feel like I'd be fine dating me and female version.
Because you explore the world together.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see that.
I'm trying to think of like negative things to dating me.
What? I want to know this.
No, because for some reason
Your girl won't be thick. I'm gonna let you know that now. Your girl will not be thick. You need to eat, Isaiah. You need to eat.
Okay, this Angel's perfect girl for me is she works.
No. Okay, yeah, tell him. Tell him.
This is a little scenario. I walk into a Starbucks and the barista is a pale-skinned Latina with glasses on and she thick.
I mean, she's not
Semi.
thick, but she got a little cake, you know. She got a muffin.
She got a muffin.
She got a scone on her. You know what I mean? You know, she got a little novelty. You know, she got a little hors d'oeuvre on her. You know what I mean? I'm not talking, you know, a huge, you know, triple layer cake, but you know, just a little something.
That's what he envisions what I'm gonna be with.
She has to have long hair. She has to have glasses too. All right, glasses. For those of you who are baristas at Starbucks that kind of look like this guy, pull your hair down real quick.
No.
Holler at this guy.
Curly hair only.
Curly. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Some
straight hair just has to be brunette.
Yeah.
This ain't no build a bitch, but of course you're not a bitch though. But
yeah. Woo! All right. So I think that's where we're gonna end it there. Let us know down in the comments. Would you date yourself if yourself was the Would you? Would you date yourself in the opposite gender form or same gender? We don't discriminate here. Would you date yourself? Yeah, let us know down in the comments. And that's it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm your host, Isaiah Aceves, with one of my co-hosts, Angel Serafo. And we will see you back in our other setup, hopefully, with our other co-host in the next episode. Peace!
That was good.
Yeah.
We need a makeup crew. I think that's what we need.
A makeup crew.